Hello and welcome to Xinhua Live. I'm Yu Yue with Xinhua News Agency. I'm now in IFEMA, International Exhibition Center in the Madrid, Spanish capital. And the 2019 UN Climate Change Conference is held here. This conference provides a new chance for international community to make stronger consensus in tackling with the climate crisis, and also to discuss on further implementation of the Paris Agreement. And as the largest developing country, China is playing a very key actor and is widely recognized. Today we just come to the China Pavilion, and we are very happy to have Mr. Sun Zheng, Deputy Director General of Department of Climate Change under the Minister of Ecology and the Environment. Hello, Mr. Sun.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Would you like to briefly introduce the China Pavilion to our overseas audiences, especially the sideline activities, please?
Okay. This whole place is China Pavilion, where all delegation works and we communicate. So this is China in Chinese calligraphy. And here we have also this design is a traditional Chinese garden design style. This round door. So you can see inside the room there is a set event going on. So the topic is about the contribution of nuclear power in the low carbon development and tackling climate change. So today is Saturday, but still we have many participants for this sad event. And during these 2 weeks of the COP25, the China Pavilion will host nearly 30 side events. So covering wide subjects and also different stakeholders. Like this is our going on the nuclear power and climate change, and also this local action, youth and universities and business, and we have also this Beijing 2025 Olympic game, how to make a low carbon Olympic game. And we have also this South cooperation. So yeah, we have many programs.
So we have quite different topics, and I see the schedule is quite busy. So it's running for the whole day, right?
Yes, to next week. So we will run until very late in the evening, until actually about 8 o'clock in the evening.
And all the side event is open to the public, and all the participants of this conference can participate without any restriction.
Yes, we have invited guests, and we also welcome everybody just walk in. We have the simultaneous interpretation also to Chinese and English.
Okay, so we can see that they are interpreting the language into Chinese and English, and there are also many delegates here are discussing very key topics concerning about climate change. And also the audiences are from all over the world. And we can also see there are some green plants here representing the Chinese bamboos. And here we see a book corner.
We also have some books, publications, and videos, and we can just distribute for the interested people. Actually, they are very welcome, and so we have to send new copies every day.
So if some delegates are interested in this book, they can take that for free for further understanding how China is contributing to the environmental protection,
Yeah,
right?
we also provide the website links to our national reports on the website, because sometimes maybe they don't want to carry the books.
And also this conference also encourage paperless, so there are also a lot of digital versions for introduction. And is there any other highlights you would like to introduce?
So this year we also got a exhibition of pictures and photos. So this is also the area we accommodate delegates to use our ground for the networking. So you saw this guy very they just communicate. And for us, this exhibition is mainly reflecting the China's climate change policies and achievements, and also our positions on the negotiation.
So is there any special picture that you want to tell us as an example how China is dealing with the climate change?
Show you the renewable energy development. So here you can see the solar farms. So China now is not only a major producer of the equipment, but also a major end user of these solar farms. Okay, and also another picture is the Saihanba forest farm in the northern China, the Hebei province. So this picture shows the comparison between the starting of this work. It's only very few trees, and late in and then after 6 decades of hard working, so the whole area is becoming a forest. So this shows that our people's efforts for the ecological civilization.
So this transform takes about 50 years or more?
Yes.
Okay, this transform takes 50 years, but we can see the dramatic change from the past to the nowadays, and China is still working on to make more forest, and which is very good for dealing with the climate change. Is there any other examples you want to show us?
This is covering many aspects, not only our domestic action, but also our international dialogue and cooperation. For the policy dialogue, now we have a global alliance of universities on climate change. So altogether, there are around 12 universities in 9 countries join this alliance. So they promote the college students to have climate change courses, and so this is a very important move. And we also, so this photo shows the college students of Ghana University when they successfully assembled a household solar power generation unit. So they are very happy.
So the climate change is a key issue for the global, and the cooperation is very important. And as China participate in this COP25, what is the biggest concern about the Chinese delegation in this conference? Would you like to give us a brief introduction?
So this year's COP25 we hope will be successful in ending the negotiation of the Paris Agreement's rulebook, particularly Article 6. And for that purpose, we need to follow and very generally very keen on some of the very important principles. The multilateralism is a very important foundation for this political trust and to guide us on this climate action. So currently the gap of the finance so is a concern of all of the developing countries. So we urge the developed countries to honor their commitment for the finance and also their commitment for the action ahead of 2020. So even though we have 1 year last, I think this is to show that they are truly honest about their commitment. And without that, we cannot trust them for the 30 years later for the 2050. So you know that's a very key issue. And for this purpose, this political commitment and leadership is very important. So the local protest last night shows the people's concern about the faults of some of the politicians. So this is all of us will agree.
Okay, as the largest developing country, China is not only expressing the voice of China itself, but also expressing the voice of all the developing countries. And thank you so much for introduction, Mr. Sun.
You're welcome.
And hello, I'm live from the 2019 UN Climate Change Conference, which is held in Madrid. And climate change is about the future, and the future belongs to the young people. And in this conference, we also have many delegates from China. We are also representing the young people of China, and we are very happy today to have some of them to give us some talk. And first of all, we have two students from China's primary schools. Hello. Hello. Please say hi to all the overseas audiences and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chen Hetu from Shanghai. I'm 9 years old.
Hello everyone, my name is Li Ziling from Chengdu of Sichuan province, the hometown of Pandas, and I'm 9 years old as well.
Okay, is that all your first time to participate in the COP25?
Yes.
So why do you want to come to the COP25, and what do you want to do to say to the overseas audiences?
First, we come to the COP25 with two reasons. One, because we want to show the world that China did something in improving the environment. And second, we want to learn more from the other countries and tell our classmates and the teachers and our country and we could do better at it.
What about you?
Yeah, mine is the same as him, and we're going to deliver a speech. I'm going to deliver a speech here at the Chinese corner today in the afternoon, and we already did one on December the 5th.
So what did you say in your speech?
I said that we need to protect pandas. They're in great danger because, first of all, it's because of human activities. We're building roads, buildings, so we can live in them, we can use them. So the pandas, they don't have lots of place to live after all that. And the second is because of climate change, global warming. We use cars, chimneys, so the smoke will go up to the sky and affect the air. So the air will affect on the bamboos. The bamboos can't grow as well as usual. So pandas, 99% of their food are bamboos. They need to eat them so they can grow. But if the temperature is not right for the bamboos can't grow, and the pandas can't eat bamboos. So they're in great danger.
Okay, I also see there are some toys here of the panda as one of the most favorite animals in the world. Did you also show that to the delegates here?
Yes, I did.
What about you? What did you say in your speech?
Mine is about plastic reduction. Plastic book covers are source of pollution most commonly used in children's school daily life. But plastic book covers, like some that do not meet regulations, contain formaldehyde and benzene, which have impact on our nervous systems and physical development, and can also make kids sick in strange reasons. So my father and mother used to cut like old calendars, like old newspapers into the size of their books and wrap it around their books so it would be better. But now with the technology, there are plastic book covers, but they're bad for children. So I think we should go back to the time where we use paper to wrap up books.
Yes, use less plastic is also better for the environment, and I hope that with your course, more people will use the papers and more recyclable materials. So what do you want to say to the other young students over the world that as you come to the COP25?
I would like to say we should unite together to use less plastic.
I want to say we need to love our pandas and we need to love the environment. Love panda, love the earth.
Okay, thank you very much. They are the youngest speakers in the COP25 this time, and thank you very much. And we also have two young people delegates who also participate in the COP25 for many times. Hello, and would you like to briefly introduce yourself?
Hi, hello to the audience. My name is Ren Yifeng, and this is my colleague Xu Wang. So back to 5 years ago, we co-founded the NGO that is called Millennials Energy. So the purpose of our NGO is in youth climate education, and we hope to bring the Chinese youth delegates to COP to give them an opportunity to show the cases and the policy studies they have already done at home.
So why you take the initiative to have such an NGO and also to invite more young people like you to come to COP25?
So climate change issue is very complex but very urgent, especially for the youth, because our generation is going to be the generation that gets influenced. So that is the initiative. Back to the college, we learned the knowledge about climate change, and we see the urgency. So we want to influence more people. So that's a very simple idea. But then gradually we learn more about we have dialogues with the experts, and we try to bring the best cases. So we launched a campaign in China that we select the people from high school students to university students to share their experience already done. So our purpose is to bring the best cases on the global stage, and as well to bring the experience from the overseas back to China.
So what kind of cases you and your other partners show to the COP25 delegates this time?
Yes, there will be two cases I would like to share with you. So we have 3 college students in Beijing. Even though they were young, but they developed an application in mobile that can track the CO2 emission. So they tried to launch this campaign at school, and their classmates and schoolmates, they start to use this application. So there is a very green competition, let's say very fashionable competition. They engage students to take more public transportation, to do less waste in paper and in plastics. And another one very interesting is that we have one student that is really good in mathematics. So he, along with his professor, developed a math formula that could improve the efficiency of solar panel. So this case has already been transmitted to the energy companies, and they're right now studying their formula. Maybe there will be a cooperation in the future that could be really be effective and could be used in the next generation of the solar panels.
They are all very good, positive examples. So what is the reflection, the feedback when you share the examples to the delegates, and what's also your feeling when talking with them?
Oh, they get impressed because they have the stereotype thinking that the Chinese youth, they study very hard, they're good at school at the score, but they engage less in international issues. But our delegates, our cases show that that is not true. They have very practical cases. You know, some of the foreign delegates, they try to do a call, they try to do statement, they try to draw attention. But for us, that's not enough. We Chinese, we are more pragmatic, so we try to already launch the cases to put them in place. So they get very impressed, and some of them are first time to know.
Okay. And what about Xu Wang? You have been participated for many times, so why do you keep on doing so?
Yes, I have been participating in this climate change conference since 2013, and at that time we just have the basic background knowledge about climate change and also the concept of this conference. But gradually we followed this climate negotiation by capacity building, and after that, thanks for the organizing experience of this youth delegation, we got the chance to work in the largest energy company in France. And when I entered the energy industry, I have found everything was related because I have the deeper view that the energy industry, how them to influence the low carbon economy and also our daily life, and why we need to transfer to the renewable energy. And as Yifang said, after that our delegation has become more organized, and now we have mainly two focus. The first is to share excellent good cases from the Chinese youth in climate actions. Second is to improve youth commitment in sustainable development and environment protection by down-to-earth actions and capacity buildings. Yeah.
Okay, so what impressed you most at this time to attending this conference this year?
Yeah, indeed, we have these plastic bags, environmental recycling bags, which is very interesting and also special in this conference. Yifang can introduce a little bit.
Provided to from the organizer to every participants for free?
Exactly, like every delegates, they will have this one bags with all the cooking tools to allow people to not use the one-time plastic knives and the forks. And also we have these bottles. We also use that every day, to drink the water, so that we don't use the paper cups. And the last but not least is the metro card, because the government of Spain wish all the delegates to use the public transportation when we arrive and leave the conference venue. Yeah.
I also heard that there is a letter to every delegate that they will be making a carbon neutral.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, because such the big conference, there's a lot around 30,000 delegates attend. They will produce a lot of the carbon emissions. So the government of Spain, also the UNFCCC Secretariat, will plant a lot of trees to try to neutralize the carbon emissions. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your introduction. And as the motto of this conference is time for action, there are many signs in the conference to say that it's not only a change, it's climate emergency. As we can see here is a place provided by the China Pavilion to take a rest for the delegates. And all the chairs here are made of recycled papers. And there are also some green plants here which can provide us a very good environment, but at the same time to remind us that we should get close to nature, love nature, and the very important thing is that respect nature. And also the organizer want to make this time, the conference, climate friendly. So they made a lot of effort. And to take example here that there are many recycle bins which make into different categories with different colors. The yellow one means paper packing. For those paper banking of drinks and other usage, and here is for the paper, blue beans. And the brown beans means organic, food waste and other waste of organic, and the white beans means others. And there is also another waste beans which is green, which contains glasses. So with all the small details, we can see that the climate change is a common global challenge we are facing, and we need everybody's effort. Everybody should take action from now. Okay, so it's time to say goodbye, and thank you very much for following us. If you like our stories, please share it with your friends in Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And please keep on following us, following Xinhua for more news and updates. Thanks for watching. See you next time.